Hey there, I'm David Schloss. I'm the editor-in-chief of Imaging Resource, and we've been reviewing this. The Nikon 180mm to 600mm is one of my absolute favorites. I want to talk to you a little bit about the specs of the lens and some of the features of the lens. That's because the super telephoto zoom lens offers a great range of focal length from 180mm to 600mm, so it's a perfect go-to choice for the wildlife and the sports shooter. Unlike a lot of super telephoto lenses, this one is pretty affordable as well. The image quality with this lens is excellent. The zoom ring is nice and smooth. Also, a really great thing about this lens is that it has internal zoom elements, so when you turn the dial, nothing sticks out at the end. A lot of lenses in this price range, when you turn the dial, the lens gets a lot longer, which makes it really uncomfortable to hold and to use. Even lenses like Sony's 100 to 400mm, as you turn the dial, they extend, which makes them really not fantastic because as you're holding them out and you extend the lens, it gets heavier and heavier in the front. Let me put this down. All of Nikon's latest mirrorless cameras have really great subject recognition, so it's able to capture photos of birds from hundreds of yards away and still get pinpoint focus on their eyes. And it's not just great for photos, it's really great for videos too. This is some footage at 120 frames a second that I shot with this lens of birds that come to my local bird feeder. So I've shot this with both the Z6III, like I said, and the Z8, and it really balances nicely with those cameras. One of the greatest things about this camera is the built-in image stabilization, which Nikon calls vibration reduction. So this lens gives you about 5.5 stops of stabilization, and it combines with the stabilization in the camera. This means that you can shoot handheld even in low light conditions and still get sharp, blur-free images. One of the great things is that this lens is surprisingly lightweight for its class. It weighs in about 4 pounds 5 ounces, which is almost 2,000 grams. That's without the tripod collar, but the collar only adds a couple of grams. And personally, I like to leave the collar on because when I'm walking around with the camera, I can hold the lens like this, and I don't have to worry about dropping. Here's a lot of the questions that I've seen online in forums. Does it come with the lens hood? Yes, it comes with this incredibly large lens hood. So this lens hood is the Nikon HB109 lens hood, and it helps keep the lens from getting scratched and also keeps light out of the front element. Personally, I always leave the lens hood on my lens no matter what the weather conditions are. It could be totally dark out, I'm still going to keep this on because I'm really prone to turning quickly and hitting something with the lens, and I don't want to scratch the glass. Also, the lens hood makes a nice little hat if you're going to be in a cartoon. The next question I hear a lot is the lens compatible with teleconverters? Yes, absolutely. It's compatible with Nikon Z series teleconverters, specifically the TC1.4X and the TC2.0X. So that means with a 2x teleconverter, you can get the maximum focal length of up to 1200 millimeters. Keep in mind that using teleconverters will reduce the maximum aperture. The next thing I hear is how durable is it? The lens has a really good metallic inside and really good weather sealing, so you can use it in like dust and moisture, and I've even shot it in pretty heavy rain, although don't tell Nikon that I shot it in pretty heavy rain. Another question I hear a lot is this compatible with all of Nikon Z cameras? Yes, it is. You can even use it with Nikon's APS-C cameras, or what they call the DX format, although you'll have an effective crop for that, which kind of makes it better for shooting wildlife. Keep in mind it's only Nikon's most recent cameras that have the fantastic subject recognition. So the Z6III, the Z8, the Z9 will all use this lens at its maximum capabilities. So if you use it with older cameras, you're not going to gain anything from using the fast autofocus in this lens, but you're not going to lose anything either. So the Nikon Z 180mm to 600mm is priced at about $2,000 right now, which puts it in a really nice range. For somebody who's getting started in wildlife or sports photography, or moving up because they enjoy it and they don't have a super telephoto lens, this is a great choice. If you happen to be lucky enough to shoot with a 400 or 600mm lens, this is a really nice compromise because it gives you a lot of versatility without that size, weight, and price. We're in the middle of doing tests on this lens as well as the Z6III and the Z8 cameras, so we'll have more videos to come on that. You'll be able to find those in the description below when we've completed those reviews. For Imaging Resource, I'm David, and I'll see you soon.